Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss. And if you saw the short, then you know today's video. I want to talk about when your workout starts getting too easy. Now, if you've been watching my videos up until now, you know I'm doing 2 hours on the bike. And I didn't start there, obviously. I always say I started with 20 minutes, you know. And the reason I started increasing the time is obviously because it started getting too easy, you know. And one way I was able to know that on the bike especially is that, you know, I'm not sitting here and I'm not watching the timer. I think I'd lose my mind if I was always watching the timer and something time-based. So I like to keep it on speed so I know what my speed is, you know, it's pretty cool. But I started using that as a way to kind of track my progress of ease. And one thing I did was there's resistance on the bike. So, for instance, my speed right now says 18. If I'm consistently at 19, I'm gonna raise the resistance up. Case in point, yesterday, I was uploading the videos, and I noticed I was hitting 19, so I upped the resistance, just by one. You know, just to keep it making it harder, you know, to get a good pump. Now, the reason you want to increase, now I don't know if you've ever heard like bodybuilding and stuff, can't keep doing the same exercises, can't keep doing the same weight over and over again, you won't gain any more muscle. And that's very true. Your muscles will get used to the things you're doing. But in weight loss, that's not always the case. I've found that you can do the same amount of exercise, burn the same amount of calories, and still lose good weight. As long as you're practicing calories in versus calories out. Your muscles, they may not grow bigger, but you will definitely drop the pounds. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, if you just said that you could stay doing the same amount of time and effort and still lose weight, why increase the workout? Why increase the weight over time? Well, it's going to increase your goals faster, but it's also going to give you more leniency. So like I said, if you've been following the videos, you know that I've struggled with food in the past, and I still have my struggles with food till this day. I lost 137 pounds since I started my journey, and last night, you know, I'm at work, I'm going through the motions, and I walked into the break room and I saw some fucking cookies. Without a thought, I'm shoving 3-4 of them in my mouth. Now, that happens sometimes. And the reason it doesn't slow my progress down is because of the workload in my workout that I've added over the time. You increase the amount of cardio you're doing, you add more weight, that's more calories you're burning. So that means that's more calories you can consume. Now, I found that increasing my workout, maybe I add a little more protein onto the meal, a little more fiber, but it makes all the difference. You know, if you don't start increasing the resistance, you don't start doing more time, yeah, you can stay doing that same amount over and over again, but it's gonna fall short. You're going to want to consume more calories over time, especially if you struggle with food the way I do. And I've really, you know, I've gotten to that point where, you know, the 2 hours a day, I'm burning like 1,700 calories on the bike, you know, on just the bike. It's not including the weights I do or anything else I include. So my main meal, you know, I'm eating one main meal a day and then having fruits and protein throughout the day. My one main meal, I never try and have it over 700 calories. So, you know, if I'm just thinking about it in the 1,700 calorie mark, as long as I don't go over that 1,000 calories, I should lose weight. And case in point, you know, I weighed myself yesterday, I'm 230. It's working, you know. That's the only reason I'm giving you this advice and telling you this stuff is because it's what's worked for me. It may not work for everyone, but I feel like if you try and implement it, it'll help you a lot. And it's one of the most impressive tools I've used increasing the workout. Case in point, the push-ups. When I started doing push-ups, I couldn't do 3. I'd get to the 3rd push-up and I would die. And eventually, within a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I was doing 5 to 7. When I got to the 2nd month, I was doing at least 10 to 15 push-ups a day, pretty good. And I just kept increasing it over time. Now I'm doing 40 push-ups in the morning, 40 push-ups at night. And I can really see the difference of the push-ups. And that you can feel your body changing in such a way for the better. And it's not just the more you work out, the more calories you can consume and still lose weight. Yes, that is wonderful, and I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a factor in why I do so much cardio. But one thing I've learned by doing that is how much you will improve over time, and how much, I don't know if it's endorphins or when I start to increase my workout, when my shit starts to hurt and I'm feeling it, it feels really good. It really helps my mental state when I'm doing more, when I'm increasing the load, when I'm doing more cardio, and it just helps me along my journey. And I feel like every aspect of your workout you can increase upon. The weights, you can add more weight. You can add more reps. I've been using the same 15s for like the last fucking year now. And all I've been doing is adding more reps. Instead of adding more weight, I'm not trying to have all this crazy muscle. I want to have functional strength. And I want to be healthy. I want to run up a flight of stairs and be fine, And I feel like, I think in bodybuilding, they call it a progressive overload. And you do that, it's basically just when the weight starts to get easier, you add more weight over time, progressive. And so that the muscles don't get used to it. And I feel like you could utilize that same concept in all of the aspects of your workout. So, you're doing some bicep curls. You notice you get to your usual amount. You say you have your 30 bicep curls, you get to 30, and man, you still feel pretty good. So try and see if you can do 10 more. You do those 10, and it's still easy. Try and do as many as you can until you can't. It's called like going to failure. And on the bike, I really don't think I've gone to failure, but I've gotten pretty close. But the push-ups, I've definitely gone to failure, and I've definitely noticed the difference in the following week. Last week, for particular, I think I got to like 52 or something in my push-ups. Sometimes I have really good days. Sometimes I can barely bump out 40. But when I got to, I was going for 53, fucking dropped, And I think it was the day before for my rest day. Let me tell you, when I came back the following day, I was stronger. I had more endurance, and I was able to hit, I think, 56 or 57 push-ups. And when I got that 57, if I knew, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop here. Because I felt it, And I don't think I would be doing 50 push-ups a day if I didn't increase it every day over time. Like I said, I didn't increase it every day. I increased it over time of months of it getting easier. So it really just comes down to utilizing everything. Remember, I'm going to keep going. Every video I'm going to talk about how everything I tell you is just tips and routines to incorporate together. Everything has to be used together. So if your workout starts to get easy, whatever you're doing, you're out there walking, you're biking, you're jogging, you're swimming, you're doing weights. Anytime you notice, I feel like it's starting to get easy. And maybe that first day you don't notice it very well. And you get done and you feel good. The next day, you're doing it and you notice, hey, this is easier. If you're doing cardio, add more time. Start slow, add 10 more minutes. That's all. I got to 2 hours by just adding 10 minutes. When every couple months when I notice, hey, this is getting easier. Adding a little bit more resistance. And by doing those things, not only are you going to achieve your goals faster, your body is going to feel amazing. You're going to feel amazing. Your mental state is going to change off of how you feel, how your body feels. Well, this is going on too long. I hope I inspired somebody, and I hope this video helps. Stay positive.